Today in the grain market, soybeans were higher. The funds are carrying a large short position, so we expect that they're going to start to, that any kind of short covering really is going to give the market some support. It's kind of interesting that the soybeans were higher and corn and wheat were a little bit lower when some of the numbers that came out globally were kind of the opposite. But along with a little bit of optimism that China will ramp up some of their grain buys starting on Friday, the tariff reduction will begin, and it kind of opens the window, that 30-day window where they're going to start making some purchases. So everyone's going to really start to look to that. Certainly soybeans is going to be the number one. But we can't forget that tomorrow is the WASDE report, so that's going to tell the tale, to give us direction fundamentally outside of that. So those two things this week are going to be the big talking points to give our markets some idea which way we're going to be going for the rest of the quarter. Now, corn was lower today. The focus did remain on the coronavirus. I mean, it's still a big struggle in China, and it could, push back attention to the obligation on Friday. Hopefully that we'll get something going, but the WASDE report tomorrow will give us some direction, certainly on the corn side, but there is relative strength there. So the market's still holding. We're still kind of stuck in that channel right now, just bouncing back and forth. Wheat did slip today. It's in a consolidative trade, is still being maintained. Interestingly enough, it did fall almost 7 cents at one point and started to stage a little bit of a comeback where even in Minneapolis, wheat was higher on the day. But it's expected that the world stocks should decrease. So fundamentally, that market is pretty good. But all three exchanges did give up ground originally to start the day, but we had somewhat comeback, like I had said. But there is some conflicting issues. The U.S. dollar index is still really, really strong. There's some ideas overseas that the Black Sea production for wheat is going to be on the rise. That definitely will hurt these markets. That's why I think that we're seeing the markets really choppy. So whatever happens tomorrow with the WASDE report, as well as come Friday, February 15th, when the tariff reduction comes, we're going to see a big change in these markets. And I think it's a lot to look forward to. And there is some real positive optimism that we're going to start seeing some movement to the upside.